y'all, this is Bethany from Southern Couture, and man, am I excited for today. I have been waiting in anticipation to get to share some fun news with all of you that I know y'all are going to love, and many of you have been kind of curious and wondering about this next illustrating Bible that we have here. So Dayspring is releasing another couple books of the Bible in their own separate, like a scripture journal form, with the same great qualities that we love about that original illustrating Bible. I'm going to go through all of the nitty-gritty about it today. I'm going to share with you a comparison to the book of Luke that they did just previously, and also the original illustrating Bible. And another thing that I do want to mention is that today I'm just kind of getting on the news out there so that you guys can take a look at it and think about what you want to do with it as you journal through it. But the book of Psalm and Proverb version of the Illustrating Bible will actually be available on February 3rd. That is Monday. So right now, I'm giving you kind of a sneak peek, and hopefully no one's going to be upset that you're having to wait a few days before you can get yours ordered. But the good thing is that Monday on the 3rd, when they're available to order, they're not pre-orders. It is just ordering, and it will be shipped to you ASAP. And of course, I've always seen that Dayspring has really fast shipping, so I know that you guys should have this in your hands maybe even next week, which would be even better. So let's just go ahead and dive in to what we're looking at, all of the nitty-gritty details of it, and kind of want to talk to you a little bit about my plans. Stay tuned for that on Monday when it is available. I will have another video here on my blog and on my YouTube channel that will share how I'm going to be working through it, kind of like some ideas and tips for when you get a new Bible, how you can get it started and set up. Because so many times I'll hear people say that they have that illustrating Bible, the original, that really big thick one, but they don't know where to start and what to do with it, and they're intimidated, and it just sits on their desk. And so I want to break that so that when you get it, you start working in it and just enjoying this really fun tool that you have to get into the Word and be creative. So just make sure you head back over on Monday, and if you're seeing this video as a review after it's already released, I will have links down below where you can go ahead and grab it if you're interested from Dayspring, and we'll have a link also when that other video becomes available for those of us that may find this video a little bit later. So hopefully that's not confusing, but if you have any questions, as always, just leave them down in the comments and I will get back with you. So let's go ahead and move these little things out of the way. And what I want to first do is show the Bible stacked with the other book of Luke and the original, or the illustrating Bible that's the full edition. So I used the book of Luke, as you can tell here. Many of you, if you watched my channel, I used it for Advent study and doing a chapter a day. Loved it. And I can't wait to do something fun with this one as well. So let me stack these here. Now this is the illustrating Bible. That's the complete Bible, Genesis to Revelation, and it is available from Dayspring. I will leave a link to it down below if you're still interested in grabbing this one as well. There was one before this. Sometimes I get questions about that, and people are confused if they're just new to Bible journaling and they'll see one that's the rose gold cover. I don't have it with me right now, but that's the one that I'm still journaling through. It's getting really full and thick, but it is a rose gold, and it is no longer available. Now there is this emerald green color of the illustrating Bible, and all of these are going to have that same matching logo there on the, I call it logo, but you know what I'm talking about, on the front. So let's just stand these up here so that you can actually see a little bit better about thickness, and that will help you be able to compare. So Illustrating Bible original one, very thick if you're new here to these types of Bibles. It's got the rose gold coil, very thick, large coil, large Bible. I love it because we'll show you more about the margins and how great it is for Bible journalers. And then we had the book of Luke, and if you can tell, I'm going to pinch this together over here. That's how thin this one was. It was 24 chapters, of course, from the book of Luke, and so you'll see that it looks a little bit puffier because of me doing journaling and stickers and tip-ins and things like that. But if you look over here as I'm pulling it together, that was about how thin that one was. And so look at this one here. It is definitely going to be a little bit thicker for you, and I just wanted to give you a good comparison with all of them so that you can tell you've got Psalms and Proverbs. Of course, Psalms has over 100 different chapters, and so it's going to be, of course, thicker. And I love that they did Psalm and Proverbs together, two of my top favorite books. So there you go for the comparison. The coil on these is more of a gold, as this one was like a rose gold, so that way you can kind of see the color difference there. And then if we lay it back down, I want to show you one thing real quick here. When you look at the two laid down, this one is a little bit, if you see here, for those that are getting like to get the picky nitty-gritty details, it is going to be a little bit not quite as wide as you see here, and I believe that would probably be for the reason of having the thicker coil and that they had to do that. So it's not like a big difference or anything. I mean, it's still very, very, very close to the size of this cover if you have the original or the Illustrating Bible here or the original one. So now I want to lay the Illustrating Bible and the Psalm and Proverbs here with the Book of Luke one, because the Book of Luke and the original one that you just saw in that green color, they're very, very identical. It's just that this one's Luke, and so this one has just a couple little changes, and I want to just address those so that you can see it side by side. But before we go on, I can't believe that I haven't already addressed this beautiful color that they are doing for Psalms and Proverbs. This coral, to me it's like a coral peachy color. It has what appears to be like a shimmer in it. It's not like a full-blown metallic at all, but it has like this little fun shimmer on the leather or the faux leather cover that I just love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we've also got the gold foil here for the Illustrating Bible, and then also down here at the bottom for Psalms and Proverbs. So real quick, some people will ask, what do you do when you just have like a couple books in one instead of the entire Bible? Well, like this, for Luke, I did Advent study, so it was perfect because I could just have this one to carry with me if I wanted to travel with it over Christmas, or moving throughout my house as I normally do with having a little one and Bible journaling. I don't just sit at a desk all the time. This was perfect for me. If you are doing a small group study on Psalms or Proverbs, it's great because you just take this one with you and you can go. That's why I love it when they break these out into individual books. The larger Illustrating Bible you just saw, it's really thick. So this isn't a Bible that you want to take to a weekly Bible study. Having it in individual books makes it perfect to do that. So let's just see here. We've got, this will come on it. Of course, this is just telling you that this is the book of Psalm and Proverbs. You do get a free creative download included. You did with Luke, and you're going to again. There's going to be 2 downloads, one for Psalm and one for Proverbs. You are going to, my understanding at the time I'm recording this, is that you are going to get a choice if you want a set that coordinates with Psalms or Proverbs, and then you'll have the option to purchase that other printable set for whichever one you don't get free. If you would like to do that, you can. So that's the choice there. Now when we open this up, I'm going to go ahead and show you the inside cover, because with our book of Luke, the inside cover was it's like a suede, and this is that same suede on the cover. This was more of a like cream. This is gray. To me, it doesn't really make a difference. I just want to show that in case anybody is wanting those pickier details. Nothing wrong with that, but that way you'll see the difference if you have this one. Now the original Illustrating Bible that I showed you, it was more like a light pink, almost like a rosy gold on the inside, and it was also that suede. It is a faux leather cover, but on this one it is a hard back. It's not just a softer, leather, you can tell it doesn't bend. It's hard back, which I really love, because with it being thinner and you taking it or traveling, going to small groups, you want something to protect that cover and the pages. That's what I love, is that it protects the pages. I carried this one around and used it all over the place for December, and the cover is still in great, perfect condition, and so that was great. It didn't, I don't have to worry about my pages getting torn or anything like that. Now, again, we have our large font, which I'll show you, and I believe it's a 12-point font. It is going to be the same size font as you have, I believe, here in the book of Luke. So let me open, let's go to a page real quick. And I've done journaling in mine, so you're going to see where, I'm trying to get to a page that maybe doesn't have quite as much writing on it, so that you could just see maybe this first page. Okay. I told you I use this a lot for Advent. So yes, we got the same font, the same style, the same size, that 12-point font, which is a little bit bigger than the Illustrating Bible. It was, I believe, like an 8-point maybe, because it was so large when being the entire Bible. If they had done 12-point, it would have just been way too big. So this is a 12-point font, which I think is really nice, because whether you need, you need or don't need a large font, it works perfect. So that's one really great thing about that. But let's go back over and address right here at the beginning. You'll see that the book of Psalm and Proverbs, let me go back to the way I had it before, so don't confuse anyone. We are, again, doing the New International Version, which is great that they are keeping with that same version when they decided to go into the individual books. The larger full Illustrating Bible with all of the books is the Christian Standard Bible version, and this is the New International Version. So I wanted to just, make sure that you knew that, because that's important. And then the pages are, again, 75% thicker. It says to reduce bleed through, which is amazing. These pages are so much thicker that they're meant to use art supplies. It's okay to get your highlighters out, things like that. Now, I don't know that you want to pull out just any type of marker. You still want to be careful with paints and markers, but it's much, much, much durable than your typical Bible. So I will just show you, like I showed that one page there where I had done some highlighting and things like that. Well, when you flip it over, it may be a little bit hard to tell, but I used that pink. All you can see is the yellow that I've used. You can't even tell where that pink was used. If anything, there's like extremely minimal shadowing, if that. Over here, you'll see I did some stamping on the back with some black ink. There's no bleed through at all. That is just a little bit of shadowing. That doesn't bother me, but I want to just show you so that you can kind of understand about the page thickness. And then we're still going to be getting these 3 3/4 inch wide margins, which is what everybody who loves this Illustrating Bible, that's why they want more of these scripture journals, because you get all that space. So I'll show you real quick, and then we'll look in it. Like here, you see I have so much space for different like cards, for tip-ins, for larger alphabet stickers, for larger stickers and images and things like that that I wanted to put in here. It fits perfectly because we have that full size margin that made this Bible so popular. And so for the creative Bible journaler, it's just like a dream come true when you're not trying to fit everything in that tiny little margin, which I like that sometimes, and it's just good to change it up. But here you go, Psalms especially now, you're going to be looking at an even larger margin when you are especially on this right side, because of the way the paragraphs and the way that, Psalms is written. Like here's my hand here. And look at all this extra additional space that you're going to have. Over here, you can usually fit, it fits my hand, but just a little bit extra. And that's just because of the format of Psalms. And so, Psalms, the majority of it is written just like that. So, like I'm telling you, there is so much more space. Now, if you are not into that creative art type of Bible journaling and you're just a note taker, this one's for you. Too, I promise you, because if you're like me and you are maybe a wordy, detailed person, if you like to look up commentaries and things like that, and you want to write in some really detailed notes, if you're digging deep into studying Psalm and Proverbs, or if you are in a Bible study, it's really got tons of space, so you could do that note taking, maybe things that were said at your Bible study that you want to remember. So I'll show you in here what I'm talking about with notes, because like, look at this page right here. I just kind of went crazy with notes on it. I was just digging in, finding so many, nuggets and truths and things that I had never seen before. I was reading through commentary, doing word studies, and just look at all the notes I was able to put and fill in. Like, this is just about genealogy, and you would think, how do you have so much to write about it? But as I read through commentary, it was just very eye-opening. So that's what I mean by, if you're not into the creative aspect, this is amazing for note-taking as well, which is, what I absolutely love about it. It's very, very versatile. So that would be Psalms. And then when you get over here to Proverbs, I will show you. So you've got Psalms ends. We jump right into Proverbs. Same font that we have for the title markers for the way the book of Luke was set up. And then, as you'll see, Proverbs, we've got, a lot of that similar paragraph style to the book of Psalms. So again, look, you'll have all that extra space there. Besides just that 3-inch and 3/4 margin, you really get more than that. And I just wanted to point that out because I think that's amazing how it is. Now, back here in the back, we just go ahead and it ends with Proverbs, 31 chapters there. The back, it's the same color, of course, with the suede. And then on the back cover, it just has the day spring with the NIV in that gold foil. So that is the new, beautiful Book of Psalms and Proverbs Illustrating Bible edition, like a scripture journal in a way. And I'm just so pumped about it because there's something really cool about seeing something go to another level and breaking out into these and becoming so much more known and popular, that it means we're getting the Bible and the Word into more and more people's hands. And there's something really, really powerful about that. So I'm very excited about it. I've been busting at the seams to tell y'all, and I just am pumped today that I finally get to do that. I'm not the best at keeping secrets or surprises, if you know me, when it comes to gifts. So I try really hard though here, and I'm proud of myself when I do. So now I don't have to worry about keeping it a secret anymore. I hope you're going to grab yours come Monday. That's February 3rd. Okay, I will have links down below if you are seeing this video after it's already released. Go down below in the description. I will have a link to my other video that will talk more about getting it set up and ready to use and my plans for it, as well as a link where you can go ahead and grab yours if you want to, as well as the Book of Luke and the Illustrating Bible. Those are already, of course, available for you. But do head back here on Monday. I can't wait, like I said, to show you that whole setup little video that I think will be hopefully encouraging to you, so that you don't feel like this, you get it, now where do I start? What do I do? I've got some ideas in mind, and I know y'all are going to love them. You guys really loved some things I did with Luke, and I just can't wait. So keep that kind of in mind as we move forward with Psalms and Proverbs, and it's going to be pretty cool. So, like I said, hang in there. I know it's going to be hard this weekend to wait in anticipation when you can go ahead and get yours ordered, but it's just a few more days. And then we can all start journaling in this really pretty coral cover Bible. So, all right, guys, make sure that you have subscribed. You've clicked that little bell icon, especially because you want to be back here Monday when I show that other fun video. I will see y'all then. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.